Fulton County judge sentenced a man to life in prison after killing a woman he met on a dating app.
Channel 2 investigative reporter Ashley Lincoln was the only reporter in the courtroom when the judge handed down that sentence and spoke exclusively with the district attorney about it.
It's one of the hardest crimes to make sure that we combat.
And Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Willis says her office is proactively litigating domestic violence cases.
This is an issue that is really close to home for me.
Through the Brenda Byam Domestic Violence Unit, named after Willis's late aunt.
Ultimately stabbed her to death in the back.
Tuesday, part of the unit spoke to me after the defendant was sentenced in the 2019 murder of Fabiola Thomas.
This is a really sad case.
Her life mattered. She lived with purpose.
A Fulton County judge sentenced Antonia Wilson to serve life without the possibility of parole for malice murder.
She unfriended Antonia Wilson the day before she died.
Senior ADA Nalda Charles says text messages show Wilson couldn't handle Thomas's rejection towards him before strangling her inside of her Roswell apartment.
My sister was attacked and murdered in her home.
Investigators discovered Thomas and Wilson had only dated briefly after meeting on a dating app. Attorneys say after Thomas rejected his advances, he found where she lived and attacked her in her home.
This was a surprise attack. She did not know her attacker was coming that morning.
Jurors reached a guilty verdict in 30 minutes after seeing crime scene photos and hearing from Thomas's roommate who found her body lying in a tub.
She only met him in public places. She would even meet him outside of friends' houses in parking lots. So it is very scary because Ms. Thomas did everything that you would, want to do.
And Wilson showed very little remorse during that sentencing. He declined speaking or giving any statements during Tuesday's hearing. Reporting in downtown, Ashley Lincoln, WSB Tonight.
Hey, guys. So, while my food is warming up, guys, I made this delicious taco. It was like a taco pie with beans on the side, like refried beans. So, it's warming up. It's going to take a minute. So, while it's warming up, I wanted to actually talk about that story about the lady. Her name was Fabiola Davis. I think that's how you pronounce her name. She was like American Nigerian. And what had happened was she was on a dating site, right? So y'all know everybody be on dating sites and stuff. But she was on a dating site, POI. Now before y'all even talk or try to comment on this, yes, you can find a good man on POF. Yes, it is possible, but you have to be very careful. You have to be very vigilant. You have to really look at their pictures and look in their eyes. Really look at the eyes. That's going to be able to tell you in most of the cases. But let me tell you something. That lady, she did everything. She met him in public places. They said she would meet him in parking lots and there would be friends out there. She wouldn't give him a lot of information about herself. She did everything right. And, she got to the point of this relationship with this guy, Antonio. And it was just something about him that she just wasn't feeling it anymore. He probably said some stuff that she was just looking like, yeah, I don't want to deal with this dude. I don't want to deal with him no more. So, what she did is she unfriended him. But I think it's a difference from unfriending somebody and just completely blocking them. Because I know on Facebook you can unfriend somebody, but then Facebook will ask you, hey, do you want to block them too? So Facebook give you two options. The last time I used it, used POF, it looked way different. They have a whole new logo, and I think it's because this was their logo before. This one right up here in the corner, this was their logo before, and now this is their new logo right here. So the logo looks totally different. The interface looks totally different. When I seen it, I was like, wow, they really changed a lot of stuff. And it's probably because they was getting a lot of slack. Like, there was a lot of people that was set up and unalived on POF. There was a guy that he had met this, I forgot his name. I think his name was Adam. And he had been set up by this girl. He invited her to his house. And she practically came there and she was scoping out the house to see what he had. And then she brought 3 guys, I think it was 3 guys, back to the house with her. And they robbed and unalived him. But I think POF got a lot of slack, so they changed that logo. I feel like that's why they changed the logo. But so she was telling him, I mean, this guy that what's her name? I'm gonna call her Fabby. That Fabby was dating. He brought her a ring, y'all. He bought the girl a ring. He bought Miss Thomas a ring. And she really knew from there, okay, this guy ain't right. I gotta get away from him. He ain't right. He buying rings. And she texted him, she was like, look, dude, she said, F that ring, She was pretty much telling, I ain't never tell you to get me no ring. She was like, I don't know. She said, stop claiming me because I ain't never claimed you. So she was pretty much telling him, like, dude, I don't even know who you are like that. Why would I want to be with somebody I don't even know like that? And you sitting here getting rings and stuff. And she was just like, you know what? She unfriended him. And she was like, she wanted to be done with him. Now, she was staying with a roommate. And I think they said that she was getting ready for work. Now, this guy, Antonio, took it upon himself to go find out where this lady lived. And that's why I'm telling y'all, like, it's not cool for our information to be online like this. It's just not cool. Because anybody can find you. Anybody can find out where you live. Especially, that's what happened with this guy. He found out where this lady lived. Ooh, don't that look good, y'all? Mm-hmm. He found out where this lady lived, and he came and hunted her down, and he unalived her. And I know y'all like, really? Yeah, he unalived her. And that's why I'm telling you, like, it ain't cool. Like, we gotta do something about that. It ain't cool for our information to be online like this. That's really not cool. I'm not cool with that at all. And it seems like everybody's cool with it. Like, it's crazy. It shouldn't be out there like that. But, that's what happened to her. And when I seen him in court, he looked crazy looking. I would like to know what his POF picture looked like. Because a lot of them, some of their pictures do look crazy. But I wonder but a lot of their pictures look like normal pictures. So maybe when she seen him, she was like, oh, he looks nice. He looks like a nice guy. But he really wasn't. He was the devil. Like, this guy, how do you do that? How do you just hunt somebody down like that, find out their information? And then he had the nerve, like he had the boldness to go in that girl's apartment and unalive her like that. I think they said that she was, she had to work that day and she was on her way to, to take a shower and stuff. And then here this crazy guy is standing right in front of her, like, and I know she was like, oh my, like, can y'all imagine that? Just imagine just imagine that you unfriend somebody on a dating website, somebody that you were just done with, you didn't want, they were weird and stuff, and then you looking right at them, they're in your apartment looking at you and attack you. Oh my God, that has to be scary. That's why I'm telling you, she did everything right now. That's the thing. She did everything right. But you just have to you have to be able to weed out those crazy people. Now, if she would show me a picture of what he looked like on POF, dang, I wish they could have showed us a picture of what he looked like on POF, because that would tell you everything. Now, if he didn't look like he looked now, which he might or not, most of the time they don't. But you can still look in their eyes and see, because when they showed him in court, he had a clean cut, but it was like he had an injury to his head. It was like maybe he got surgery done. And if she was seeing that right there, that could have been a good sign. I wanted that like he showed like a side of his head or something like that. It's a lot that goes into this, because if I was seeing that, then I would have known, hey, this dude possibly had some head trauma and maybe he ain't up to par. But man, that whole situation was so freaking crazy. It was sad. It was so sad. I'm filming. Look at that cheese pull, y'all. Woo. Woo, dog. Oh yeah. So guys, if you're going to do online dating, make sure that you know what you're doing. That's a good cheese. You want a good cheese pull? You gotta get block cheese.